Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Let's Code. So today we are discussing the very famous problem printing a pattern. So you might get a question in such a way that write a program to print a pattern. Now pattern can be in many forms. So as you can see it can be a full pyramid, a diamond pyramid, right half pyramid, inverted pyramid. So it can be in many other forms as well. So today we'll discuss a common approach on how to you know solve these types of pattern problems, right? So let's pick one of them, and for the sake of this video, we'll pick this diamond pyramid problem. So let's put it here. Okay, let me align it properly. Okay. So as you can see in this problem, you might think, how do we print this pattern now? And if you look closely and consider it as a matrix, you might notice here that we not only have to print star, but along that we have to print spaces as well. So if you see the first line, we have to print few spaces and then a star will come. Similarly, on the next line, we have to print some spaces and star. So if we keep on doing that, we will get our pattern printed properly. So now the question arises, how do we know how many spaces in star to print? Okay, so let's check out the example. So here, if you see in total, we have 9 lines, right? Let's say number of lines equals to 9. Okay, and let's count the spaces and star as well. Okay, the first line, if you see, we have one. Let me format it properly. Um, yeah, let's see now. Okay, so if you see in the first line, we have one, two, three, four spaces. Okay, let's note it down, and one star, right? Okay, the next one we have one, two, three. So let's put it three here, and then we have three stars. Then in the next line we have two spaces. So let's put it two, and how many stars we have? Five. And in the next one we have one space and I guess seven stars. And after that we have zero spaces, then nine stars. Then again spaces are increasing and stars are decreasing. So we have one space, again seven star, two space, five stars, three space, three stars, and four spaces with one star. Okay. So now do you see a pattern here? Every line we are decreasing the spaces by one till we reach the middle line, and then we keep on incrementing it. Similarly, every line we increase the number of stars by two, one for the left side and one for the right side, and then once we reach middle, we decrease it by two. So here now if you see, let's take another example. Okay, let's take a smaller one. One, two, okay, one, two, three, no space, four stars. Okay, let's do the similar thing again. Okay, now if you see here, we have two spaces with one star, one space with three star, zero space with five star, one again with three, and two spaces with one star. So again we see the similar sort of pattern. Okay, so now how do we convert this pattern into a formula? How to calculate at what line how many spaces to print and how many stars to print? So if you see here in the very first line, we are uh, we have total number of lines as 9, okay, and we have spaces is equal to 4. So that means the initial value of the space can be n by 2 minus 1, or it can be n by 2. 9 by 2 is 4, right? And initial value of star will be always 1. Doesn't matter how big the pattern we have to print, always the spaces value will be n by 2 and the star value will be 1, the initial values. Okay, so now after every line we will keep on incrementing this space value and incrementing this star value by 2 till we reach the middle. Once we reach the middle, we can increase the spaces value by 1 and keep on decrementing the star value. Let's try to code now and see if our solution works. Let me put the windows side by side. Yeah, okay. So static void will quickly make a static function to print a pattern with no input as the number of lines. Let's initialize spaces, stars. So initial value of spaces will be lines by 2, and okay, we cannot see the initial value. Yeah, so stars will be 1. Okay, so we need to iterate over all the lines. I plus plus. So we are iterating all the lines, and now we will need to print spaces and star. So how do we print? So simply we can just loop over spaces first and then line star. Let's print space. Yeah, we need to remove ln. We don't need every line every time. Again, let's copy this to print stars. So now we need to print stars. So let's change it to star. Okay. So now then printing a line, we need to switch on to the next line. Now, how do we decrement spaces and star? So if we are in the upper half of the triangle, so how do we check that? We can check by simply I is less than lines by 2. We need to decrement spaces and we need to increment stars. Otherwise, let's increment the spaces and decrement the stars. All right, looks cool. Let's try to print pattern 9, run. Yes, guys, so as you can see, we are getting our diamond pattern. Let's try to print with few number of lines. Let's say, let's take our second example. Let's put 5 and let's run it again. Yes, guys, so if you see, we are getting the perfect diamond pattern over here. So guys, simple trick is always consider a pattern as a 2D matrix. You go line by line, you calculate, come up with a formula on how to calculate spaces and stars and keep on printing them in every line, and this trick will help you solve any pattern problem. So thank you guys. I'll be uploading this in a Git repository and we'll be sharing the link in the description. Please check it out. Thank you guys for joining. If you really like this video, consider subscribing and liking, and do share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye bye.